Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2016 with AC Milan, the road to or return to glory. And this is the start of the second series. I'm about to start with the away game against Cena in a couple of moments' time. However, before we do that, of course, there's been an entire summer, and that includes the European Championships, which we'll go over. But something quite interesting here you may have noticed. Now, if we look at the finance salary section, straight away you may notice, a bit of a jump there. Now that's mostly quite normal. You will find that a lot of money goes in at the end of the season. I don't know if that's on the full game as well or not, but on FMT at least, the money sort of just goes in. You always find, and I think it is on the full game, where most teams say might make a loss for a long period of time from, say, I don't know, September to April, and then in May you get a profit of like £100 million just through a number of different factors. But one thing that is interesting that has happened to Milan here is that we have a new owner. We have Francesco Romani, who is replacing Silvio Berlusconi. Now, of course, Berlusconi is, I think, 80-something. He is very old and probably going to be in jail or something. In fact, he might already be in jail. I'm not quite sure. I don't follow Italian politics too much, unfortunately. But he will be stepping down. I assume this would be quite a forced thing from Football Manager. So yeah, we had, if I just go through here, scroll all the way down, you can see some of the players have signed there. Let's see, in fact we'll go over that in a moment. Anyway, actually it doesn't matter, we don't need to. All I'm saying is we have a new owner. He's not a tycoon. It did say business tycoon, Mr. Romani, but it doesn't actually mean tycoon. If it did, there'd be all sorts of news articles saying Milan count the money, and all this sort of thing. So we don't have any of that, but what we have got is new transfers. So first thing I've got to go over, I've got to address this giant number in the middle of your screen here, £34 million. Alessio Romagnoli has gone to Manchester United now. I'm sure you're going, what have you done? Are you crazy? What? £34 million is not the start. Right, that's just the start of it. It was £34 million up front, and I think with future fees and everything, that could rise up to £45 million, which I think could probably make him the most expensive centre-back or just defender ever, more than Rio Ferdinand. So I just thought, I've got to sell him. And I had players sort of arranged, I guess you could say. I had players spotted straight away that I knew I could replace him, so I thought, okay, replace him with two players. Don't laugh when I say these, because these could work, especially in Italy, in my opinion. And also, I want to get the finances on a very good footing. I think Milan are okay, but I want to really make it, good. So next season we could end up with like a transfer budget of, 80 million or something, and I can go crazy. But now, what I've got is Gabriel Paulista for, how much was that? £5 million, I think? Yeah, £5 million. I'm fully aware you're probably going to go, that's a shit signing. He's actually not bad on this. I know he hasn't been massively impressive for Arsenal. He's been decent, but he hasn't been great, And you're thinking, had a replacement from Romagnoli, really? He's pretty good on this. I think he looks pretty good. Obviously, the game will... we'll play the game and see how he goes. It could change completely, but... Alongside him, I've also brought in Alec Mangala, who Man City. He's another one who has been a bit shaky for City, but I think on this he'll be pretty decent. So we'll go with that. And lastly, unfortunately, this guy has a broken leg, so which is really bad. However, Bilal Old Sheikh, I think is how you say that, Dutch won the kid, bizarrely up for transfer from Benfica. I don't know why he wants to leave. I can't remember. But yeah, in fact, no, he wasn't put up for transfer. He was released, quite astonishingly. So, if we look at a report here, it could be in a position to suit football. Generally, you will always find this. I ignore this because you always find players sort of under the age of 21-ish tend to be unhappy with high training loads. And even then, it's just because I've got it on high. The thing is, if I put it to average, it changes to light. So, yeah... I guess medium makes a bit more sense. I'll probably chop and change that as the season goes on, but that's really all I've made. Obviously, we have Ramos in the team, who was my sort of signing from January. He was the main signing. Now, Balotelli has gone. Fernando Torres has come back and is unfortunately injured for 2 to 3 weeks. He's suffered an injury right at the start of the summer, so that was a bit of a pain. I've also brought in a few youngsters. I've brought back Gabriel Paletta, so he's another one who's going to come in. Who else? There's a few here, I think. Oh, now, Donnarumma is going to be the backup goalkeeper, and I'm not being funny, he might displace Diego Lopez this season. Alex is still here. I need to play Antonelli a bit more, actually. I didn't play him at all last season. Jose Mari is another one. 20-year-old Argentinian. Looks pretty good. And Niang will have a much more prominent role this season in the team. And as I say, Torres is back. He'll sort of be replacing Mario Balotelli, or I guess Ramos will in this way, because he's a big, tall, powerful striker. And Torres will sort of be on the fringes. Obviously, when he comes back from injury, we'll see how he goes. But certainly, I have been a big fan of Torres on FM for a number of years now. I'm intrigued to see how he goes. Now, the Euros. How are the Euros getting on? Where are we, in fact? Wrong one. European Championship. So who won? Believe it or not, Spain. What a surprise. Very strange. So if we go back here, 2016, so you can see, now this is something that's worth noting for Euro 2016, that the top 3 teams qualify for the group stage, I believe. In fact, let's have a look at them all. I think it's all 3. Oh, sorry, yeah. So top 3 here, I assume it's the teams with the least. Let's check the rules. So it's the best 4 teams in 3rd position qualify. So just a little note on that. They have changed the rules there ever so slightly. So if you get 4 points here, like Turkey and Greece did, then you go through. England's played Wales. In fact, how did they get on there? They got to the quarter-final where they were beaten by Germany. What a surprise. 1-1 against Wales, Raheem Sterling scoring. Be interesting to see if that came true. And I don't think there's... Well, Belgium, look at that. Didn't win a game. Lost... I didn't actually say. They did not win a game. And Czech Republic, Holland and Croatia. Wow, that's bizarre. After all that, Belgium finishing bottom of their group. So, second round. I don't know why I'm going over this. France, of course. Beating Slovakia here, Greece, Holland. I think it's as you were, really, to be honest. England beat Russia. How did they get on there? Walcott and Rooney scoring. Poland beating Austria. Croatia beating Portugal's a little bit of an upset, I guess. And then the quarterfinals. Germany beating England. How did that play out? They were 2-0 up inside 2 minutes. France beat Holland. Spain beat Croatia, and Poland beat Turkey. I guess that's a bit of a... There's no details on that. It's a bit of a shock, isn't it? And Germany beat France on penalties, and Spain 3-2 against Poland. Look at that. I don't even know how you say his name. 3-2 in the last 5 minutes. Can you believe that? And lastly, of course, we have the final. Spain winning on penalties. Just these two do appear to be having a bit of a monopoly at the moment. So, yeah, there's your international news if you wanted it. Now, Cena in 8th place here. Of course, that's where they start. We are going to have this formation. So this is the last Sunday night game. I think we are one of the... Yeah, I keep forgetting that a lot of Italian games do take place on Sunday night rather than on a Saturday, sort of 3 o'clock. And that takes me a while to get used to that. So one minor problem is that Ricky Alvarez complained at the start of the summer and then proceeded to tell me 3 weeks before the start of the season that he's not had enough first team football, which is pathetic, to be honest. I mean, that... Look, I can't... I don't know... Please tell me if you've also had this problem where we've had players come to you, say, I don't know, start of June, that they've not had enough first team football, say, okay, I'll play you, and then, we get to August, I still haven't played. And it's like, yeah, there's been no games. But you can't say that because it's Football Manager. So, anyway, team. Going with the old formation, I've abandoned that sort of 2 holding midfielders idea because it just wasn't working. If you look in the pre-season, I know it means much, but yeah, not great, is it? I mean, 2-2 against Watford, for God's sake. So we're going to go straight into this game here. Let's see how we do. So Gabriel and Mangala will get their first run-outs. Ricky Alvarez obviously made a promise to him. In fact, they are playing my formation. That's kind of funny. Alvarez and Menez, Bacca, Bonaventura and Bertolacci. Let's do it. So I think, again, the... Bartik, there's away a foul straight away. So the idea for this season, or the aim for this season, again, would be Europa League. However, we're looking for more progress. If we can challenge for the Champions League, that would be a great aim. However, I've decided to be a bit more conservative, play it safe, and say, no, we're going to challenge we're going to try and qualify for the Europa League, just in case, because I'm not quite sure how this team will go. I'm hoping a lot of the younger players will step up this season, and obviously Mangala and Gabriel Paulista will do very well for us. And we'll forget about Romagnoli. So here's Menez. He needs to have a big impact this season as well, hopefully from the start this time. He missed the first few months, of course. Here he is now on the ball, trying to go all the way through. Nicely worked there by Menez, unlucky. So I actually just want to talk very briefly about something I've seen in the paper the other day. So in case you're unaware, there's a team that has just been set up in Liverpool, in case you couldn't tell from the friggin' accent, where I live. And it's called City of Liverpool FC. Now, I think this would be a great save to do on FM16. Now, unfortunately, you can't do it on FM16 because they're not in a league. They haven't been admitted to a league yet. Oh, and Berto Lachico is very close. The team exists as a football club, I guess, but it's not been admitted to any form of league, not even the lowest of the low. So they don't actually exist, and even if you were to get them on a custom database, you can't because, as I say, they don't exist. They don't actually have any players and stuff yet. But I just think, wouldn't that be great to do on FM17? I mean, I know it's like a year away, and maybe getting a bit ahead of myself here, but I just think that's great. So I'm sure you're going as well at this point. But Joe, isn't there already a smaller fan-owned team based in Liverpool called AFC Liverpool? And you're correct, there is. However, that team is very much based around Liverpool FC. It's for fans of Liverpool FC. I mean, I'm sure there are a few AFC fans who are Everton fans, but for the majority, it is mostly based around Liverpool. It sings Liverpool songs. It uses the Liverbird, I think. It uses the red and white. Everything is very much Liverpool FC centric, except the name. And obviously the philosophy of making money because it's a giant mega brands football club thing. So City of Liverpool, on the other hand, is for everyone in the city. It includes Everton fans, Tranmere fans, friggin' Marine fans, and everyone. Just anyone who wants to watch football, they can, no matter who they support in the bigger leagues. And that's for that reason they wear purple. And we are losing 1-0. This has been a pretty poor half, hasn't it? I just wanted to tell you about that story. Anyway, so look them up, City of Liverpool FC. I just think that's pretty cool. And if you fancy a nice challenge, a very good challenge actually, for FM17 next year, again, I know it's quite a while away, have a look and see if you fancy it. But check them out, I think it's pretty cool. Fan ownership, whole lower league teams, I think could be the future. Or it probably will be, in fact. I don't think it could be, I think it will be. Here's a chance for Baka. He could have put us back in it straight away. And we are losing at half time. Right, not going to plan whatsoever. I probably should concentrate on the game now. Let's go to control a bit. Let's go higher. Let's take that offside trap off. We're going to have mixed crosses now. Just going to take off a few things. We're just going to go to fairly wide. Okay, we'll try that. I mean, I've thought about doing, one of these lower league sort of saves for a long time, but as you saw with the Fulham save, I'm not very good at lower league teams. And also, less of the comments, please, of you're a shit manager, etc., etc. I know you weren't as aggressive as that, guys, but, it's like, come on, I topped the Hall of Fame twice, and, everything like that, but you do one shite save, and that's all people can remember. I know I'm expecting a lot there for you to remember the FM13 save, so I won't. So at least they're having more of an attack now on Cena's goal here. I think I'm pronouncing that team right as well. I assume I am. Alvarez is not having the impact. I mean, of course, he scored in the first game and then didn't score again all season. Alvarez thought I'd really found something there. And Menez goes close again. We just can't hit the target at the moment. I know we've had 4 shots on target, but every opportunity where we should score has just been spent completely. Okay. What I'm going to actually do, Menez looks uninterested. Okay, so we're going to bring on Honda because his match sharpness is a little bit better. This is my fault, really. Well, even then, we had plenty of pre-season games. It's just the fact that I used the instant result on FMT, and one of the problems is that leaves it to your assistant manager. So what happened? I mean, that's for pre-season. I just want to make that very clear. One of the problems is that you leave it to the assistant manager, and the assistant managers on Football Manager are very stupid, and they don't make any subs. Or if they do, they'll make a sub in like the 86th minute. And you're like, well, how is that good for anyone's fitness? It's bad for the players who are on the pitch, and it's bad for the players on the bench because they're not getting any. So it's pretty stupid, to be honest. I probably should. I think if you put the tick box, I know you can make little match plans and stuff that will change it, but for some reason mine doesn't save. Mine just sort of I can make it, and then I'll go into the next game, and it disappears completely. So, and it's not a long process. It's just a bit of a naff process to do, and I shouldn't have to do it for every game. It's pretty frustrating. So yeah, that's kind of what happened there. Right, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna change the formation here. I'm gonna take De Jong off. I'm gonna put 2 up top. We are going to put. I'm gonna put Niang up front. Might be going a bit overkill here, but let's try this now. Probably been a bit risky as well. But, I mean, with 18 minutes to go, we're losing to Cena. It's not very good, is it? Here's Carlos Bacca. Hopefully he can have a start like he did last season. I think he scored 10 goals by, like, November. Here's Bonaventura. That is an appalling effort. Absolutely miserable. No, the front, these two have not clicked as well as I thought, but it's early days, I guess. Right, Honda, nearly Bacca broke away there, nearly from Honda's pass. Here we have a chance again. He had a lot of space in midfield. Bacca, they're squeezing it very tightly at the back though. Abate with an overlapping run again. Honda now needs to put it across. Bertolacci, it's going across the line every time. And there's Mbai Niang. That is the equaliser. Lovely. And that's his first goal, is it? Thought he scored before. Maybe in the league or something, I don't know. Right, a chance now for us to really kick on. I'm not going to go attacking yet. There's still, if you include added time, 15 minutes or so. And I've got one more sub to make. So I'm going to take Alvarez off because he's done nothing. Suso, he's not exactly a positive change either. In fact, no, we'll give Suso a chance. Probably isn't going to do much, but Alvarez hasn't performed to his best today. So, okay, we're just going to go attacking the last 5 minutes. So now with De Jong off the pitch, I mean, he was on a yellow card anyway, so he might as well have not been there because he can't commit tackles, sorry. Oh my God, Diego Lopez, goodness me, he got away with that. And even then, nearly went to a Cena player. Here's Bonaventura now. Niang just couldn't quite get around the defender there. Chance again. It's very scrappy, isn't it? Very scrappy. It's gone straight to their player. My God, it's last ditch at the moment. And Gabriel Paulista, that's a shocking touch. Why do players do that? Oh, it's so frustrating. I know. Okay, we're just going to be normal. Because probably the line's too high at the moment. I think that's what's the problem. Ball forward is pretty hopeless. Here we have a chance again to Siglo. Suso's in a decent position. It goes right across the face of goal. But nothing. It looks like we're going to start. I'm not going to go overload. It's an away point. Looks like we're going to start as we did last season with a 1-1 draw. Coming from 1-0 down as well. Ugh. Unless Mangala can get us forward there, we've got 30 seconds. Suso's found the Yang and Ziaduardo with a good tackle. I think that might do it. Unless, oh no, we've got one more chance here, 15 seconds to go, but it's a poor pass. And I think that is definitely going to be it now. Yep, chance for another break there, but no, not good enough really. Didn't want to gamble too hard and go overload because that would have been dangerous and they could have easily caught us on the counter. I mean, look how close they did numerous times there. So yeah, not great. Yeah, we've not particularly... I mean, I don't pay any attention to this usually because the results mean nothing and I instant result it, as I say, because who cares? It's all about getting the fitness up in the pre-season friendly, but it was not exactly encouraging, is it? I mean, for God's sake, I mean, 0-0 against these two South Korean teams, I think, and 2-2 against Maccabi Haifa, sorry, Tel Aviv, different team entirely. So where is the scene? In fact, where are they predicted? Predicted 18th, so really not good. Hopefully we'll try and... Oh, look at this. The departure of Munoz is proven to be a popular decision. And typical to Football Manager, sort of classic standards here, they are slightly disappointed with the departure of Stephen El-Shaarawy, something which was 100% out of my hands. And they're pissed off with me at it. And now I know that's sort of... In fact, that wouldn't even happen in real life because I came before the friggin' transfer... after the transfer had been finalised. So why is that not taken into account? Come on, Sports Interactive. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, so I'm going to play ahead now and I'll hopefully try and get a few better results because that wasn't great, was it? But at least we didn't lose. Niang rescuing us at the end there. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.